So I wanted to do one last video on percents. Well, as far as I know, I'll probably end up doing about 300 more. But I'm going to do one more video, I should say, on what's called the percent proportion. And I don't like to teach this per se because I kind of feel like a lot of times students don't understand exactly what they're doing. They just kind of know that they can do a percent proportion and everything will work out fine. Everybody seems to be okay with that. So just to recap, I'm going to show you a couple things. And I am going to show you what the percent proportion is. And basically, it's a proportion that says if you take the value of your is and over your of, and you set it equal to percent over 100. And I'd like to point out that anytime you have a ratio of two numbers, or two ratios, and they're equal, you have a proportion, all right? A proportion is an equation, hence the equal sign, that states two ratios are equal. Now, just to recap, what I said before was, if you recognize that 32% is really 0.32 as a decimal, and you know of means multiplication, then this becomes very, very easy. You can, no, I don't want to turn off the keys. You just do 0.32 times 49, and you'd get your answer. And that's it. Now, I'm going to now use the percent proportion and show you how this works. What is 32%? All right, so what is? Here I'm saying what is. I don't know what my is. That's a throwback to Bill Clinton. So is over of equals percent over 100. Now, I do know what my percent is, so I'm going to say, well, my percent was 32%. So I'm going to put 32 over 100. Of 49. Oh, so I know what my of value is. So it's going to be 49. And my is what I was confused about. So if I now cross multiply, I'll get 100x equals 32 times 49. I want to point out, if I were to divide right now, normally you would multiply first. But if I were to divide right now by 100, and you don't have to, I'm just to prove a point. What would happen is 100 goes into 100 once, so 100 goes to 100x, 1x times. If I were to divide the 100 into 32, I'd get 0.32 times 49. And if you'll notice, 0.32 times 49 is exactly what I had up there. And what's more is 0.32 times 49 is 15.68. So you get the same answer. Here I'm going to do, yep, same color. I'm going to do 73% of what number is 19.5. Now, once again, I showed you how to do this without the percent proportion. And what you could do is you could just say, oh, well, that'd be 0.73, because that's of some number, x, is, so remember, of means to multiply. Maybe I shouldn't do that. I should do, oops. Maybe I should erase half my sentence. Of means to multiply, I'll put a little dot in parentheses, and is really means equals. So I should end up saying 0.73 times x equals 19. Now I'll use the percent proportion just to see if this works. Is or of equals percent over 100. Now, let me rewrite this. Of what number? Of what number? Of what number is 19.5? So, my is 19.5. Over of, well, of what? I don't know. So I'm going to call that x, that's my unknown, is 73%. 73 over 100. Well, once again, if I cross multiply, I get 73x equals 19.5 times 100. And now, right now, you might be thinking, oh, you made a mistake, because look, here I had 0.73, now I don't have 0.73. Well, that is true. And the reason why is because if I were to divide Now I'm not going to, but if I were to divide the 73 by that 100 would go away, and that would become a 0.73. And then I'd have 0.73 times 19.5, and why I didn't put down 19.5 up here, I don't know. It is very early in the morning, so perhaps that's why. All right, so, oh, and I just realized I didn't want to do that either. So, let's see if I get rid of this couple things. All right, so that should have been 19.5. All right, so now I'm going to multiply this. I get 73x equals 1,950 divided by 73. And I will get x equals, let's see, 1950 divided by 73 gives me 26. X is approximately, oh, now my pen's not working. X is approximately 26.17. Why is my pen not working now? Oh no. Oh, there we go. X is approximately 26.7. Alright. Oh, good. My assistant's back. Good morning, Phoebe. How are you?
Good, Daddy.
Oh.
I'm just tired. Can I just wake up?
Oh, no. Alright, so my assistant just woke up, so I'm not expecting her to do too much math, am I?
No.
No. Alright, so once again, in my last video, I may have showed you that if you can just take 3.598, and remember, a percent is out of 100, you just have to find what times 9. I thought you just woke up. What times 9.8 will equal 100? And if you want,
It is 60.
the easiest thing to do is not to go forward with multiplication, but to go backwards with division. If you divide 100, let's say 100 divided by 9.8,
2.
I get some kind of crazy number, 10.204086163. So if I were to multiply this, 3.5, times, and use your answer button, I should get time. Oh, goodness me. I get, go away. If I multiply this by that same number, 10.20, etc., 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 using the answer key, I get 35.7%, approximately. All right. But once again, using the is-or of 3.5, what percent? So I'm looking for my percent. Is 3.5, so that's my is 3.5 out of 9.8 equals, and like I said, I'm looking for my percent, so I set it up like this. I get 9.8x equals 3.5 times 100. 9.8x equals 30.5 times 100. You just should know that since you have two zeros, you're going to move your decimal twice. And now I'm going to divide by 9.8. How may I help you?
I'm not tired anymore.
You're not tired anymore. Oh, good. My assistant has woken up. Divide by, so 350. Oh no. 350 divided by 9.8 is, and sure enough, when I get my answer, it is 35.7 approximately. Anyway, so my point is this. There are ways to do this without the percent proportion.
Out depending even.
The percent proportion, however, is very, very useful if you struggle with some of the conceptual ideas. It always works, but you do need to know to cross multiply and then divide, right? Thank you so much. I'm glad we could have this early morning chat, and that's it.